Gon' vote. Everybody gon' vote. Everybody gon' vote. Everybody gon' vote. Comrade! Labor right, them a go down, bong. Them a go down, bong. Them a go down. Is that? Margie, him a God picking. No hope their work if you touch Margie. Margie, him a God picking. No hope their work if you touch Margie. We now vote for Labour. Orange we a come out in now. If you love the PNP, who no step out for Marky G. Jamaica just come along with we. People time come, people time come, people time is up.
Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight.
Yeah, I say that we are. Pledge your allegiance.
Who's gonna run this town tonight?
Yeah, I say that we
We gonna run this town.
You're invited to attend the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation's Town Hall meeting as we bring the budget to the people on Thursday, October 31, 2024 at the Mayoral High School's auditorium. Come reason with us as we present the municipality's budget to you. That's the KSMAC's Town Hall meeting at Mayoral High School's auditorium on Thursday, October 31, starting at 6 p.m. Bringing the budget to you.
Let me also extend profound gratitude and appreciation to Mayor Andrew Swaby and the KSAMC for choosing Cassia Park at this time. Mayor, I am extremely grateful that in your 9th month in the chair, you have graced us here in Cassia Park with your presence. I know your route here this evening would have taken you on the outskirts of the Cassia Park division. As I once mentioned to you, sir, I would love an early visit from you with a tour of the Cassia Park division so you can see firsthand of the situation that faces the residents of this great municipality and in particular the Cassia Park division. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we look forward to your participation and active interaction as we anticipate a very productive town hall meeting. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the Cassia Park division. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Prince. Town hall meetings, in keeping with the strategic objectives of the KSMC. From the outset of his tenure, he made a solemn commitment to transparency and accountability, and to mitigate against any form of corruption within the KSMC. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we welcome His Worship, the Mayor of Kingston, Councillor Andrew Swaby.
Not sure, Gandhi. Thank you. Please be seated. The chairman of the evening proceeding have already welcomed you So I'll just say good evening, and also I should say Councillor Prince also have welcomed you. And she had asked me for a visit of her division. And I told her, yes, so you don't have to make another thing. And I certainly will do that. So just let me welcome you to this town hall meeting to discuss the KSAMC budget for 24-25 financial year. We are here today, this evening, to have an open and candid conversation. You will agree with me that the budget that we are going to discuss was already cast by the previous administration, and my good friend Councillor Vernon MacLeod was then chairman of the committee. And he will agree with me that events like these is to give you a better understanding of the KSAMC budget and to tell you the budget process. And I know my finance chair, Mr. Dennis Gordon, will explain to you of the budget. You might ask, why is it that we are discussing the current financial budget when it has already been cast? I'm saying to you that we are using this year as the base year, and your recommendations and the discussion that we have will certainly influence subsequent budgets. The 2025-26 budget, it's on its way, so there's a limited time, because I know that just about now we should have been submitted something to the ministry, but we have a limited time. One thing I will assure you, that come next year we'll have an earlier one so we can have better feedback, and so it influences the thing immediately. In my inaugural presentation, I speak to some core values that will characterize the administration that I lead. I speak to the whole issue of the commitment to citizen engagement. What do I mean by that? I mean that we will have more town hall meetings like these. And I did make a commitment to have at least one per quarter. And you'd have heard Councillor Prince said, this is the second one that is sponsored by the KSAMC. I've gone to others, but those were sponsored by community-based organizations, such as your Citizens Association. And one that readily comes to mind is the one in Havendale, in Councillor's Vernon MacLeod division. I also speak to the core value of transparency. And if you are not transparent, the people will not believe in you. And that is critical to us. And what we have done in that aspect, we have made sure that we have public signing of contracts. We have made sure that we have posted all contracts on our website after it has been properly procured. And we are making sure that the public is accessible to us in every. So we have had various stakeholders meetings, so to make sure that we are open and transparent to you, the citizens that we serve. Before I go any further, I want to acknowledge the KSAMC staff who have, and the bipartisan team that have put on this event. And you would have seen it manifest itself where we have Councillor Prince from an opposite side who give the welcome. We have seen where the ranking member, we are going to see where the ranking member will speak to some of, will be on the agenda and will speak into you. So it is a collaboration of the entire KCMC, because we believe that we have to be one to represent you. And I won't speak much today. I will listen and respond. But before I take my seat, I will talk to I'll speak to you about some of the priorities of this administration. Our priorities does not necessarily mean that we won't attend to your priorities. Let me be very clear. We have to look at the whole issue of infrastructure. That is our road and road-related activities. And Councillor Gardner will speak to the parochial revenue fund, where it is generated from, and what some of these things can do. We have to look at our whole issue of service delivery and how we respond to you in a much quicker and professional way. And one of those things we are trying to do is to make sure that we move to a digitization of the KCMC. This administration is not pleased with the manual service that we have done. And one of the things that we are doing, we are making sure that all councillors will receive laptops in near future. That contracts have been signed already, and we'll make sure that they receive laptops where we can cut down on the paper, where the minutes of the meetings are not sent to you on paper, but are sent to you electronically, and will cut costs. I can assure you, by doing that, millions of dollars will be saved in that regard. We're also focusing on improving the competence of our staff. We have done an assessment, and we have seen where we need to upgrade the staff. And what we have done so far, we have a contract with Exed Community College, where they have come into the KCMC. I think it is Monday to Friday from 5 to 9, where 30 odd of our workers are going to classes right in the chamber. And that will be one of my greatest joy 2 years, when I'm witnessing those persons receiving their associate degree. We're also going to focus on our green spaces. What do I mean by that? Too many of our communities doesn't have green space where we can go and relax, or we can go and play. And while the funding is limited, we have to seek some grant funding to make sure that becomes a reality. And you would have seen that we have focused so far on our St. William Grand Park. And I'm sure if you have gone there recently, you would have seen that it's somewhere where you can sit, you can talk to people, you can play dominoes and those things. And you also can use the sanitary conveniences, because I must say, we are not pleased with how our citizens have treated around the park. We have to be constantly washing down the park 3 times around the park, 3 times a week. Yet we have several sanitary conveniences in the park that people can use it. There are 2 or 3 topical issues I want to speak to you before I go. I want to speak to you on the issue of garbage collection and street lights. And I want to explain to you how it affects the budget. When Mr. Blair comes to you, he will be in a position to tell you what is spent on garbage collection and street lights, what is spent on our books. But it doesn't come in our hands. It goes straight from the Ministry of Local Government to National Solid Waste Management Authority and to the JPS without the local authority signing off on that. In the near future, we'll be speaking those issues mainly to the Minister of Local Government, because this prevents proper oversight. What it means that if your garbage is not collected, they still get paid. What it means that if your lights are not repaired within the prescribed time, they get paid. A proper system has to be put in place. I also want to speak to the issue because there are some misconception of the KSAMC's role in garbage collection. And I understand. I was very vocal when I'm campaigning about garbage and the state of Kingston. But I didn't say that we were going to replace the National Solid Waste Management Authority. I honestly believe that National Solid Waste Management Authority should stick to the regulation and give the local authority the responsibility with the resources to take the garbage up. I have that fundamental belief. But this is not so yet. So we are working with the National Solid Waste Management Authority to get the garbage clean. Even today, I was in Papine with National Solid Waste Management Authority, with our trade license persons, with the TAJ, to check on the trade license and also to check on to make sure that these businesses are dispose of their garbage in the correct way. It is not the responsibility of the National Solid Waste Management Authority to take up commercial garbage. If you want them to take it up, you have to have an arrangement with them that you pay for it. The National Solid Waste Management Authority responsibility is to take up domestic garbage, the ones that you generated at home. And we have to do better on that. Too many of our businesses just put out their garbage on the roadside, especially in our town centers, and then cause the National Solid Waste Management Authority have to go there and take it up when they should be in the communities taking up the garbage. And while I say that, I will equally say that as citizens, we have to develop a little more in terms